Hey friends, this video is dedicated to manifesting a healthier relationship. But to manifest a healthier relationship, you have to manifest a healthier partner with whom you can create this healthy relationship with. So let's start. I discovered this exercise or witchcraft, whichever you want to call it, a few years ago while I was healing and I was really deep in my depression, and I was manifesting a lot of unhealthy partners that were serving me as a mirror for self-discovery, because I think that everyone that manifests into our lives is ultimately a mirror who we are, or on a more positive note, they have a lesson that we can learn from them. So I told myself I'm going to make a list of all the things I want in a partner. So let's make one together. Obviously, I want a partner that looks good, or a handsome partner, right? I want him to be sweet, but not too sweet that everybody takes advantage of him, so to speak. I want him to be established economically. That's pretty normal to want. I'm into dancing. It would be really awesome if he danced too. So knows how to dance, essentially. I want him to be a listener. I want him to be caring. And there were a few other things that I put on that list at one time. Then I manifested this person. This witchery came true. But there was still a disconnect. There was still something that was missing, you know? So I sort of looked back at my list and I'm like, okay, this guy's pretty much everything I have here. But I realized that these things don't really support a healthy relationship. Looking good doesn't really support one. That doesn't really support a healthy relationship. But sweet, but, you know, people don't take advantage of him, that could support it a little bit. Being economically established, not necessarily. It could make it easier. Knows how to dance, that really goes out the window. I mean, it would be really cool if he's like me, but he doesn't have to be like me, right? He doesn't have to know how to dance. He doesn't have to look good or be handsome or be like fully economically established. Maybe, like I said, that will make it easier. Definitely a listener, definitely a caring person. So then I made a new list. And I started with the things that I thought were relevant to keeping a relationship healthy. So let's see. Definitely sweet, but strong. Now that became a little bit more specific, right? Sweet, but strong. Not sweet, but people don't take advantage of him. I sort of switched up the narrative of how I put that down. Thought about it differently. Definitely a listener. Definitely a listener. Definitely caring. And those are pretty general. I think any woman wants that. Then I started digging a little bit deeper. And I'm like, what do I need in a partner so we can work together and make this happen? Specifically me, not anyone else. Me as a woman. In my experience, what do I need? Let's see. I could be very deep sometimes, very intense. So I need someone that's patient with me. For sure. Someone that, because I really love talking about my emotions, personally me, someone that can really talk about their emotions would be really cool. Let's see, what else is wrong with me? I mean, I can be aggressive sometimes, so I need someone that has the courage to stand up for themselves and stand up for our relationship and remind me what is really important. So I'd say courage, really. Someone that speaks up. That would be tied in with strong too, right? Let me see one more. I think it's a pretty good place to be though. Like, these are things that I really need for me to make a relationship work, in my experience, or for a relationship to be healthy. Sweet but strong, a listener, caring, patient with me because I could be difficult, can talk about emotions because I want to talk about my emotions with them, and us talking about them together and healing through them would be really awesome. The courage to speak up because I could be really strong-headed. So I need someone that can match that. Let's see. And just overall very loving. I'd say just be a very loving person. Because sometimes I can be really, really prideful. And it's hard for me to like kind of break down those walls. So I need somebody that like holds my hand through it. So I finished my list. And I manifested somebody new. And side note, this happened throughout the years. This wasn't like it all happened in like 1 year. This is my experience throughout the years from what I've learned from manifestation. And I was able to manifest somebody with all of these things. At least it looked like it in the surface. Because although he had all of these things, we were not getting deeper in our relationship. And I really just had to sit there and wonder why and think about what about my manifestation wasn't aligned. And then I realized, and it came to me, I'm the one that is not in alignment with what I want. So then I went back to my list. And then I asked myself, am I sweet but strong? I can be sweet but strong. Definitely can. I'd say I am. I can mirror that. Am I a listener? Sometimes I am not a great listener. Sometimes I get distracted very easily. So that's something that I need to work on. So let's say that this is something that I got. Listener is something that I need to work on. So basically, as you see what I'm doing, I'm making a whole new list based on the things that I want in a healthy relationship that I also have. Because it so happens that we cannot manifest something unless we're aligned with it. So this is where I'm talking from, not from the perspective where you manifest what you deserve. I think that can be taken out of context, and it's not really fair for a lot of people that deserve love, regardless of how difficult they can be or how much they're struggling. But back to this. Am I caring? I could be a caring person. I'd say I've got that pretty well. Am I patient? I am not always patient. Sometimes I'm like easily impatient. So I'd say that I have to work on that. My patience. Can I talk about my emotions? I can definitely talk about my emotions. Courage to speak up. I definitely got that courage. Pretty good. And I can be a loving person, but sometimes I'm really hard-headed and I don't let myself be as loving as I can be. So I made this third list. This one put me in the spotlight. And I went back to it and I was like, I need to work on being a listener. I need to work on being patient. I need to work on being more loving with myself and with people around me and having the courage to show it. And then I manifested the healthiest partner I've ever had my whole life. Shout out to Adam Callis because he is real. He's made out of flesh and blood. And man, he impresses me every day for being exactly what I need right here in this moment in time to create a healthy relationship where I can grow in an environment where this flower can nourish. And I want the same thing for you. So dare to make these lists. List number 1. What do you need without thinking about it too deeply? What do you want in a partner? Really, you want to assess what you want from a partner at a surface level, then get a little bit deeper, then get even more deeper, this time within you. If you have any questions on how to do this exercise, feel free to message me with any questions. Hope it goes really well and continue healing through the flow.